Belina me ke aloha. I'm Kumu Maile. Thank you so much, mahalo nui, for joining me for Heluhelu and Mele today. I chose a puke that I love, and it's actually narrated with the CD that comes with it by my first kumu, Auntie Nona Beamer. And it's such a beautiful book done with block printing by artist Karen Keala Fried. And she also had Auntie Nona's Ohana help with the translation. So Kaliko Beamer translated Unuhi'ia, and the music was done by her son Keola Beamer. Are you guys ready? Wakoko e Heluhelu. This book was dedicated to the children of Hawaii and to Auntie Nona, who loved them so dearly. There is a shiny green plant that grows near the beaches of Hawaii called the Naupaka. It has small, delicate, white half-flowers. It was named Naupaka for a Hawaiian princess who lived many years ago, at a time when the Naupaka blossoms were whole. Her people loved Naupaka. She was always smiling, and she had sweet words for all the people of the village. One day, they noticed that Naupaka was very sad. "Away! Oh dear, why is Naupaka sad?" they asked each other. Word reached the king and queen. They found Naupaka at the mountain pool. The face reflected in the water was a very sad face. "Oh dear daughter, why are you so sad?" her mother asked. Naupaka shook her head. "I am deeply in love with a handsome young man named Kau'i." "Is he of noble birth?" her mother asked. "No, my mother, he is not." The social order of that day did not allow members of the royal family to marry commoners. Her father said, "We must consult the kupuna, the wise elders of the village. They will tell us what to do." Alas, the kupuna did not give their decision. They said Naupaka and Kau'i must journey far. They must journey to the heiau. There the kahuna will tell them. Naupaka and Kau'i journeyed for many days until they finally reached the great heiau at the top of the mountain. There they waited at the lava wall and called out to the kahuna within. "We have arrived here outside your temple. Please answer us and come to speak with us." "Wahiki mai ne mau, I ka pā o ahonei, e o mai e. The old kahuna arrived and listened to Naupaka and Kau'i. He shook his head sadly. The Hawaiian gods must decide. Suddenly, the sky darkened and the wind rose. There was a torrent of rain, a loud clap of thunder, and flashes of lightning. Naupaka and Kau'i embraced sadly. The gods had given them the sign. They were not to marry. Naupaka tore the blossom from her hair. She broke it in two and placed half of the blossom in Kau'i's palm. "We will separate," she said. "I will remain here in the mountains, and you will journey back to the seashore. And my beloved, never again will we meet." The Naupaka blossoms growing nearby heard the lovers' sadness, and they dropped their heads. To this very day, the Naupaka blossoms of the mountains and the seashore all bloom in perfect halves. The Hawaiians believe that someday Naupaka and Kau'i will be reunited in the Hawaiian pantheon, and the flowers will again bloom as whole, perfect blossoms. Pipi holoka'au. I just absolutely love the artwork in this book. I love the story. It's one of my favorites since I was a little kamali'i. You might have noticed in the middle of the book there was a part where Kau'i and Naupaka needed to ask permission. So they did an oli, or a chant. In the Hawaiian culture, we use oli as a part of our protocol to either ask permission to go into a certain place, or to say thank you, or to say aloha and welcome people. We have oli for specific reasons and specific events for specific people. The oli that was shared in here is an oli kahea. An oli meaning a chant used for protocol, and kahea meaning a call. So Naupaka and Kau'i were calling out and letting the kahuna know who they were and why they were there. Because you don't just walk up to someone's house and walk into their front door. So it's the same idea. You let them know you are there, who you are, and what your intentions are. So whenever you see people doing oli or asking permission to enter into a place, it is out of respect and humility, that that is your space, or that is a space that belongs to someone else, and you need to ask permission to enter. So if you translate it, let's look back at the page. It says, "Uahiki mai ne maua." We have arrived here. Ika pa o wahone, outside your temple, or outside of your pa is like a fence or a gate. And the last line says, "Eo mai, please answer us and come to speak with us." So eo mai is something that we use to call out to let people know we are here. And you're trying to get their attention and let them know that you are present and you are there. Okay? So let's try it out together. Uahiki mai ne maua, ika pa o wahone, e o mai e. Hanaho. Uahiki mai ne maua, ika pa o wahone, e o mai e. Bye, Kailoa. I hope you enjoyed this Heluhelu and Mele as much as I did. Naupaka, beautiful puke. Get it for your own home or somebody you love. Until then, ahui ho, malama pono.